In today's training, I will teach you how to input a revocable NAF. Revocable NAFs share the same tax ID as a person. In this case, on the right-hand side, I have an EIP for the Vandenhout Family Trust. I know my clients, and I know that this trust's tax ID is Rose Vandenhout's social security number. Atlas is not going to allow me to create a brand new profile for this trust since Rose already has a profile in Atlas and it would not allow me to duplicate this social security number. To input this revocable trust, we want to go ahead and input that NAF through Rose's personal profile. The first step of this is to go to the top of the screen in your search bar and search for your client. You can search by the name, or in this case, just to show you that I'm going to search by that trust's tax ID. Once I click the tax ID to pull up a bigger search result, I can see that pulls up Rose's personal profile. As we've been saying, we know this is a revocable trust, so that shares that same social security number as Rose. To input the revocable NAF, once you're in the person's profile that the tax ID matches, you want to go to the New NAF button. Once you click it, you're going to get a screen with the question, what type of account are you setting up? If you click the drop down, you're going to get an option and you're going to see that Revocable Trust is one of the options. Since this EIP is for a revocable entity, I want to select this option and press next. Now it's going to populate all of Rose's personal information from her page. Most cases, you really won't have to touch anything. Since this revocable trust is sharing the same profile as Rose's personal profile, I don't want to change things like the birth date or anything like that because that would change the date of birth in Rose's personal profile. So in this case, I'm just making sure that there's not any additional contact information or maybe an additional license number that I need to worry about updating. In this case, it looks like most of the information is the same as far as her phone and her email goes. So I'm going to press next. A lot of the times with revocable entities, they're really closely sharing that financial information. So if you can see, my EIP essentially matches what Rose has in her personal profile already. Because of this, I don't really want to update anything. I just want to make sure that the numbers are accurate and that the annual notices opt out and the email communications authorization is selected. I can see here that I do have this box checked in my EIP, so this box is checked here as it's needed. And I have an email down here provided by Rose. So this is also checked. And like I've been saying, this closely matches what we have on the EIP. You really don't want to mess with the financials on these revocable NAFs much just because it's going to directly reflect back into the personal profile. So this looks good for what I need. So I'm going to press next. And the last step is to actually upload the NAF. So you can drag and drop it from your desktop, or you can go into your computer and find it just like I am. You're going to get the status bar and you're going to see it fill out and give you a check mark once it's done. And once I press next, Atlas is going to show me the name of the image I uploaded so I know the image is in there successfully. And once I press next, I'll do my financial profile statement and I press finish. So once I update my page here in Rose's profile, I'm going to see that I have a NAF that came through for what I just inputted for that revocable trust. That way I could go into this NAF and pull open the actual EIP and reference that for any situation that I might need to. This is how you are able to update a person's profile with a revocable NAF. If you have any questions on this process, please email atlas@harbourinv.com.